It's a wonderful day today. I have some things I'd like to show you. These are Pokemon cards. I used to collect these when I was little, and I've recently gotten back into them. My local game store has a bin of 10 cards for $1, and I just found a lot of cute ones, and it just sort of spiraled from there. Went to my first card show recently and bought a couple of dollar cards. Not ready to drop big bucks yet, but maybe someday. So this is a bag of some of those 10-cent cards that I told you about just a few seconds ago. When I bought them, the guy who was running the shop put them in this baggie for me so that I didn't lose any of them on my way home. As you can see on the front here, we've got Mew, cute shiny little Mew with a curly tail holding a star, and Miltank. She's pink. She has a little Kuromi-like hood. As you can see, Mew is psychic type, and Miltank is normal type. That's what this hexagonal star means. And of course, we have another envelope here of cards. I put these in here for safekeeping. Give you a little sneak peek. So we've got a few cards in there as well. This is a vintage envelope that I thrifted. You see it's got a really cute pattern of fall leaves on it. And on the back, it's got that same pattern but smaller down here. So we'll open that second after the bag. And I think we will set it out of the way for now, or maybe just flip it over so you can see the pretty backside too. And of course, we've got a few little friends with us to help us look through these cards. We've got this big Pikachu. See, his little nose is rubbed away a little bit, but that's okay. He doesn't mind. We've got this little bitty Pikachu holding 2 candy canes with bows on them. They're friends. And then we've got this little castle stamp holding up 2 little stone Pikachus that are having a secret conversation, so we won't interrupt them. And then down here we have Gengar, a little stone Gengar, ready to storm the castle, but he's having a little trouble because he's so small. Lastly, over on this side, we have a little bitty Toxel, and I don't know if you can see, but he's sticking his tongue out. And then above Toxel, we have his friend, Pignite. He's the evolution of Tepig, and the evolution before Emboar. So now let's look through the cards. stack in half. Just like that. So it's a little easier to look through. And to give you another little sneak peek, we have a Snorlax resting in the trees on top of the second half of the stack. Isn't he cute? We'll set him over here. And start with this stack. So the first Pokemon we have, as you know, is Mew. Mew from this series is number 11 out of 25, and this was illustrated by Yu Nishida. You can see who illustrated the card down here, and it tells you what the Pokemon is called here. So the Pokemon's name is Mew, but it's called the new species Pokemon. And you can see right here, it has a little Pikachu whose cheeks are replaced with a 2 and a 5 for the 25th anniversary. After Mew, we have Exeggcute, who is the egg Pokemon. You can see it's a group of little eggs with faces. They look pretty scared to be up in that tree over this waterfall, but they'll probably be okay. After Mew, we have our first special backing card. I don't know what these are called, but it's got a pattern of eyes on the back, if you can see it. And it's a psychic type, which is why it has this pattern of eyes. It's called Mesprit. It's the emotion Pokemon. After Mesprit comes darling little Togepi, sitting on a fence with some people in the background having a conversation. Togepi is the Spike Ball Pokemon, even though it's hatching from an egg. Interesting. After Togepi is Jynx, human-shaped Pokemon. I believe Jynx is from the first generation of Pokemon. And she's like a purple woman with blonde hair and a beautiful red dress. After Jynx is going to be Drakloak, which evolves from Dreepy. And this is the caretaker Pokemon. As you can see, there's a little baby Dreepy on her head. She's taking care of him. Next is Mareanie, which is the brutal star Pokemon, surrounded by beautiful, clear ocean water. You can see I have a bit of an affinity for psychic types. Then we have Shuppet, which is the puppet Pokemon, outside in the snow, outside of a house. A lot of the ghost type Pokemon have tragic backstories to how they were created. I believe Shuppet was a doll that was forgotten. After Shuppet, we have Gardevoir, which evolves from Kirlia. This is the Embrace Pokemon. Isn't she pretty? Then we have Clefairy, dancing in the moonlight. This is the fairy Pokemon. She knows Mini Metronome. How cute is that? Next we have Golbat, which evolves from Zubat, and it's the bat Pokemon. You'll notice sometimes that the Pokemon that evolves from another Pokemon will be the same name for the Pokemon. Do you know what I mean? So Zubat and Golbat are both the bat Pokemon. This is Meowstic. It evolves from Esper, and it's the Constraint Pokemon. It has an ability called Inviting Ears. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 supporter cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. I am not very familiar with the card game, so I'm not sure how good that is, but it sounds okay. And she's awfully cute. Ooh, here we have another special looking one. I believe this is a hollow. Yes, I think it's a hollow. This is Dragapult, which evolves from Dracloak, which evolves from Dreepy. We remember that from earlier. Dragapult is the stealth Pokemon, so this is one of those cases where it doesn't have the same name as its previous evolutions. Next is Charmeleon. I really like Charmeleon. I'm not a big fan of Charizard, but I think the middle evolution is really cute. I like his big, wide head. Then this, I believe, is a hollow foil, maybe? We have 2 of the same Pokemon, but different cards. This is Togekiss, which evolves from Togetic, which you haven't seen yet in card form. But its first evolution is Togepi, I believe, and you have seen that one. I recently played Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Well, I only played one, of course, but I recently played that era of game, and Togekiss was my heavy hitter in my little group of Pokemon, your party, I believe people call it. So I have a soft spot for Togekiss. Oh, this one's pretty. You can see it has some starry foiling on it. This is Sylveon, which is one of the Eeveelutions that evolves from Eevee. And this is the intertwining Pokemon. See, she's got these little tendrils that wrap around and intertwine. Isn't she pretty? Oh, here's another Eeveelution. This is Espeon, the sun Pokemon. So Espeon is the sun Pokemon because she has a counterpart night Pokemon called Umbreon, which I'm not sure if I have in here, but if I do, I will show you. Next is Dusknoir, which evolves from Dusclops. He's the gripper Pokemon. He's got those big, massive hands to grip you with. He knows Cursed Blast as his ability. Once during your turn, you may put 13 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. If you use this ability, this Pokemon is knocked out. This is Claydol. He's the Claydol Pokemon. Very creative. Evolves from Baltoy. And this one is illustrated to be realistic, like it exists in a real human environment. Next we have Spoink. This is the Bounce Pokemon. This is his pearl that he carries on top of his head. Spoinks need their pearl. Ooh, this is another version of Meowstic. Pretty dark blue and white version. This is again the Constraint Pokemon. Ooh, next we have Tinkatink. So, if you're familiar with the Pokemon games, after Scarlet and Violet, I believe, after Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet came out, and Scarlet and Violet is what I'm playing right now. I think I'm playing the Scarlet version, and one member of my team is Tinkaton, which is the final evolution of Tinkatink. I found a Tinkatink in a desert area and kept it with me until it evolved into Tinkatuff and then into Tinkaton. So I like this Pokemon a lot too. And this is the Metalsmith Pokemon. This is Sylveon again, the intertwining Pokemon, and this one also has a holographic effect on the picture and on the edges of the card here. We saw that earlier on Togekiss. Next is Mismagius. I'm not quite sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but that's how I pronounce it, so we'll just go with that. Mismagius evolves from Misdreavus, which you can see up here in the corner, and she is the magical Pokemon. She knows Chaos Wheel and Dark Arts. Ooh. Next is Mienshao, which evolves from Mienfoo. This is the martial arts Pokemon. I really like Mienfoo and Mienshao. I think their designs are really good. I hope you don't mind having a bit of background noise from the air conditioner. It's getting a bit hot where I am. So this is Gastrodon. There's two versions of it. There's a bluish-green version and a pink and brown version. It evolves from Shellos, which also has two versions, and it is the Sea Slug Pokemon. One thing you'll notice when you're looking at Pokemon cards, all of the types that they have in the games aren't always in the card game version, the trading card game. So I think Gastrodon is normally poison type, but they have to make concessions when they make the cards, so they've made it a fighting type. But I could be wrong, it could be fighting type in the game too. But you will notice that you don't see like poison type or ghost type or things like that in the card game. This is Nosepass. I really like Nosepass. I'm not really sure why. Nosepass and Probopass I just think are really cute. This is the Compass Pokemon. So his nose looks like the red part on a compass. This is Phanpy, the long-nosed Pokemon. It's just a cute little elephant. Isn't he adorable? This is Galarian Sirfetch'd, the wild duck Pokemon. He evolves from Galarian Farfetch'd. And this is another Pokemon that I really like. I really like his Devolution too. I think they're really cute. And you'll notice here it says Galarian in front of it. So again, sometimes Pokemon have different versions of themselves based on which game that they're in, because each game is in a new region. So for example, Sword and Shield is in the Galar region, which is why this is a Galarian Sirfetch'd, because it comes from that region. There's another example in Scarlet and Violet where the Pokemon Quagsire, which evolves from Wooper, isn't there in its regular form. It's instead called Clodsire, and it looks different and has different typing. And there are reasons for this within the game. Like, I think what they say about Wooper in Scarlet and Violet is that type of Pokemon lost a territory battle, and so it had to move on to land, which is why it's not a water type Pokemon anymore. After Sirfetch'd is Breloom, which evolves from Shroomish. You can see it keeps an element of the little mushroom top hat. And this is the mushroom Pokemon, appropriately. Ooh, next is another Nosepass. And this is a slightly older card. You can see down here, very faintly and very small, it says what year the card was made. or what year, what era it's from. So this is from 2016, which is not old for a Pokemon card, but it's older because it can be difficult to find cards from outside of the era that you're currently in game stores, if that makes sense. So again, this is the Compass Pokemon. After Nosepass comes this adorable little Sandshrew. And you'll notice this card looks pretty old, but this is a reproduction card from 2016. Sandshrew is the mouse Pokemon, and it only knows Sand Attack. Ooh, but it is level 12. Ooh, here's another one that I had on my team from Scarlet and Violet. I caught a Makuhita, which you can see here in the corner, and evolved it into a Hariyama. I really like Makuhita and Hariyama. And Hariyama is the arm thrust Pokemon. That's why it's got those big ol' hands. It knows shove and muscular slap. This is Diglett. I got this card. I'm not super fond of Diglett. Not that I don't like Diglett, but I just really liked the art on this one. He's almost kind of CGI fuzzy. I thought that was really cute. And this is again a reproduction card, even though it looks kind of old. This is Chansey. This is the egg Pokemon, so I guess that's why Togepi's not the egg Pokemon. She's normal type, and in the old show, you'll often see her working with Nurse Joy to care for other Pokemon when they're sick or injured. So this is a Snorlax. I'm sure you're familiar with Snorlax. He's the sleeping Pokemon. He's very large, and he can often be found blocking your path. So here he is, sleeping under the boughs of a tree. He knows incredible snore. Oh, look, here's another Snorlax. We've got a little line of them going. This one has a holographic effect, and he's sleeping, like I said, in the middle of the path. His ability is Unfazed Fat. Prevent all effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done to this Pokemon. Damage is not an effect. That's it for the first half of that little stack. So now we'll move on to the second half. Again, this is Snorlax. He's had some apples and now he's taking a nap. Oh, I love this one. My boyfriend and I, this is our collective favorite Pokemon. This is Tandemaus, the couple Pokemon. In its Pokédex entry, it talks about how Tandemaus always shares its food with the other Tandemaus in its little couple. They always split it 50-50 and make sure each other have enough to eat. Isn't that so cute? Next we have Lechonk. Or if you want to say it the French way, I guess you could say Lechonk. This is the hog Pokemon. Here he is rolling around in some mud. And you'll notice this symbol again. This is the normal typing. This is Loudred. I really like this Pokemon's design. I think it's really funny looking. It's the big voice Pokemon, and it evolves from Whismur. I think I do have a couple of trainers in here. I don't really collect energies or items or anything, but I've decided if I find trainers that I like their design, I will go ahead and grab those, and I'll do like a little trainer page in the back of my binder. So this is Mela from Scarlet and Violet. She's one of the Team Star trainers, bosses, whatever you want to call them. And I think her design is really cute, so I picked this one up. Oh, this is Cyclizar. I think he's so silly looking. He is the Mount Pokemon, I just love that little side eye he's giving you. Ooh, here's another funky patterned one. This is Noctowl. It evolves from Hoot Hoot, and it is the owl Pokemon. I really like that cool pattern they put on there. This is Kecleon. He is the color swap Pokemon, so he's like a chameleon. And I thought this art was really neat, so intricate and detailed. His ability is Expert Hider, and he knows Lick Whip. This is Snorunt. He's the Snow Hat Pokemon, and he is water type, so again you'll notice this is definitely an ice type Pokemon, but they don't have ice typing in the card game, so they've made him water type. Here's Mudkip. He's the Mudfish Pokemon, and this is just a regular Mudkip, not any special type. And this one is from 2021. You can see it's got that 25th anniversary tag on it. Oh, here is Mudkip's final evolution with a special water type hollow background. This is Swampert. He's also the Mudfish Pokemon. And you can see the middle evolution up here is Marshtomp. This is Celio. He evolves from Spheal. He is the Ball Roll Pokemon. Next we have Chien-Pao. I think this is one of the legendaries from Scarlet and Violet, or something like that. I haven't unlocked them yet. I've been going around looking for the little things you have to pull out of the ground to unlock their prisons. So I'll update you in the future if I ever figure out what his deal is. This is Sotodle, the Terra Whale Pokemon. He's really cute, he's bigger than you think, and he has an evolution called Titan that's even bigger than him. This is Piloswine. It evolves from Swinub, and it does have another evolution called Mamoswine. You can see here it's the swine Pokemon. It's very fuzzy, furry, to stay warm in the winter. This is Politoed. It evolves from Poliwhirl. Isn't he just so darling? He's the frog Pokemon. This is Slowbro. This again has kind of a holographic effect, you can see there. His ability is Strange Behavior. I think I have that ability too. This is Frostlass. This is another holographic one. Frostlass evolves from Snorunt, and Snorunt actually has another evolution that I will maybe show you if I have a card for, but Frostlass is in my party for Scarlet and Violet as well. She is the Snow Land Pokemon. After Frostlass is Seismitoad. He's the Vibration Pokemon, and his ability is Quaking Zone. This one also has a special pattern on the back of the card. This is Caterpie. You can see Caterpie here is meeting another Caterpie coming down from the tree. He's the Worm Pokemon, and he is Grass type. I know some people call it Leaf type, but this is the Grass type symbol. Here's Carnivine, the Bug Catcher Pokemon. So this one is inspired by a Venus flytrap. He knows Festering Saliva and Bind Down. This is Hoppip. Hoppip has two evolutions, Skiploom and Jumpluff. And it is the Cottonweed Pokemon, so it blows around in the air like cottonweeds. This is another Caterpie. This is a reproduction card from 2016 of an older type of card. This is Turtwig, hanging out by a pond. He's the tiny leaf Pokemon. This is again one of the ones from the 25th anniversary. Ooh, here we have a Radiant Zarina. This is the... oh, it doesn't say what she is. It just has a little rule in place of what she is. It says you can't have more than one Radiant Pokemon in your deck. But down here it says, this feared Pokemon has long, slender legs and a cruel heart. It shows no mercy as it stomps its opponents. This is Impidimp. This is a Dark-type Pokemon. That's what that symbol means. He is the wily Pokemon, and he also has 2 evolutions. The first one is Morgrem, and the second one is Grimmsnarl. This is Nidorina, the Poison Pin Pokemon. I just think she's so cute, and she's also Dark-type. This is Grafaiai. It evolves from Shroodle. This is the Toxic Monkey Pokemon. Supposedly, Shroodle is a toxic mouse Pokemon, but does that look like a mouse to you? I'm not sure what they were thinking with this one. Oh, here's another Galarian one. This is Galarian Weezing. You can see the hollow effect there. So Weezing evolves from Coughing. This version doesn't have a Galarian pre-evolution. It just evolves from regular Coughing. It's the Poison Gas Pokemon, and its ability is Neutralizing Gas. Ooh, this is the devious Gengar. It evolves from Haunter, which Haunter evolves from Ghastly. This is the Shadow Pokemon, and his ability is Nightgate. Ooh. This is Coughing, the pre-evolution of Weezing that I just showed you. He's the Poison Gas Pokemon, and he's a Dark-type. This is Raichu, which is Pikachu's evolution. He's got pretty holographic effect. He's also the Mouse Pokemon. His attack is Big Sparking and Thunderbolt. He's Electric type like Pikachu. This is Morpeko, the 2-sided Pokemon. And this is one of my favorite types of cards. Not only does it have that pretty foiling on it, but they've also put a couple more Pokemon in the card. I love when they do that. This is Natu back here, and Applin down here. This is Jolteon, another evolution. It's got that cool holographic border. This is Goomy. This is another Pokemon that I have on my team in Scarlet and Violet. So Goomy evolves into Sliggoo, which evolves into Goodra. And this is the soft tissue Pokemon. And up here you can see a very unique type. This is Dragon type. Ooh, here's another Charmeleon. This time he's about to breathe fire at someone. He is the Flame Pokemon. You can see the little fire type symbol up here. This is Tepig. He's also from the 25th anniversary, fire type. And this one is the pre-evolution of this little gentleman down here. His name is Pignite. Pignite is one of my favorite Pokemon. This is Flareon, another evolution. It's also the Flame Pokemon. Oh, here's another Charmeleon. He looks so devious. Flame Pokemon again, and he evolves from Charmander. Charmander is the fire type starter from the first game. And the last one in this stack is Magmar. He's the Spitfire Pokemon. He knows Live Coal and Flare combo. So we've had lots of Pokemon to look through. Oh look, this one has a special back. How cool. The rest of them all just have the normal blue backing. So I have more Pokemon to look through if you would be interested. I don't know if this is sort of a boring you to sleep type of thing, or if you're interested in seeing more cards. But as always, it's been very nice to see you. Thank you for spending time with me. I certainly enjoyed spending time with you. I hope you have a wonderful, restful night's sleep and a wonderful day tomorrow. Good night. Good night.